What are we doing at the airport? The boy's voice cut through the noise. Quiet, sharp. A whisper you weren't meant to hear. He stood still in the middle of JFK's rushing crowd. Ethan Sterling, 6 years old, by IQ of 200. Eyes too steady for a child. The butler leaned close. Young master, you shouldn't be here. Your mother, she's gone. Ethan's lips curled. Shut up. I hacked the archives. I found her. The butler froze. You mean 6 years ago? The hospital records were altered. They said my twin sister died at birth, but the DNA log, it showed 2 infants, both alive, one erased. I traced that record to a woman, Anna Carter. Same date, same hospital, same mark on her wrist. Probability of error, less than 0.001%. Ethan's eyes lit up. Look, she's here. The glass doors slid open, and there she was, Anna Carter. Not just the billionaire Wall Street whispered about. Not just the untouchable icon. Here she was, beige trench coat, dark sunglasses, a white suitcase trailing behind. That's my mommy, Ethan whispered. Quick, don't let her see you. Hide. But fate doesn't care for hiding. Ethan took a step, another. His chest tightened, breath faltered. And then, he collapsed. Gasps rippled through the crowd. Luggage froze mid-roll. Even your pulse seemed to stop. She dropped to her knees. Anna Carter, not the billionaire, not the icon. A woman saving a child. Little one, wake up. And you know, this is no coincidence. This is the beginning of a secret that could change everything. Rangin Hospital. White light. Antiseptic sting. Monitors beeping. The door burst open. Footsteps. Heavy. Certain. Richard Sterling, CEO of Sterling Enterprises. The Iron King of Manhattan. What happened to my son? Anna stood. I found him collapsed. I brought him here. Richard's gaze sliced her apart. You deliberately approached my son? Trying to gain something? Money? Power? I don't even know who you are. Then, Daddy, Ethan's voice, weak. Don't bully Mommy. Mommy saved me. Richard clenched his jaw. Don't call her Mommy. But she is my mommy. Anna froze. What are you saying? Ethan grabbed her hand. I know it's you. The mark on your wrist. The files don't lie. Anna pulled back. That mark she thought no one needing. Her daughter had the same birthmark. But this boy... She slipped a card from her pocket. Beta brought him a doctor named Anna Carter. Morning. Sterling Tower. Steel and glass. A cathedral for money. Anna Carter stepped inside. Heels steady. Back straight. Eyes forward. She didn't glance at the orchids, or the silver sculpture, or the people staring. She was here to work. Or to walk into a trap. The receptionist rose. Good morning, Miss Carter. The CEO reviewed your file. No interview needed. You're hired directly. Anna paused. No interview? That's right. And your package is 50% above range. She nodded once. A flicker of suspicion. From a corner, Ethan Sterling watched. Smiling. Dad misunderstood Mommy. Dad pays now. Conference room 28. Glass. Sunlight. Knives behind smiles. Executives slid into chairs. Laptops opened. Pens clicked. Anna placed her laptop. Silent. Did she bring a child? You're kidding. Single moms don't belong here. This isn't daycare. Anna did not look up. Grace Nolan. Red nails. Citrus perfume. Marketing director. Famous for cruelty. Who are you supposed to be? Vogue's boardroom edition? This is a company, not a runway. Anna raised her eyes. Calm. I'm the new hire. My daughter's school is closed. She is here. Grace smirked. A child in a senior meeting? Inappropriate. A bell-bright voice cut through. You're the inappropriate one. Heads turned. Sophia Carter. 6 years old. Hands on hips. Fearless. You don't get to insult my mommy. My mommy's the best. My daddy is a CEO. One day, everyone will bow. The room fractured. Gasps. Scoffs. Grace snapped. Security. Remove the child. The door swung open. Footsteps. Certain. Richard Sterling. Who said remove the child? Silence. Effective today. Sterling Enterprises institutes a family accommodation policy. Employees may bring their children. If anyone has an issue, leave now. The room froze. Grace trembled. CEO, I was only protecting the company. You discriminated. HR will take your resignation. I've been here 10 years. 10 years wasting bandwidth. Out. Heels clattered. Door slammed. Behind glass, Ethan lifted a hand. Step 1, complete. Sophia smiled. The chessboard moved. Anna closed her laptop. When does my kickoff start? Richard studied her face. Now. Demo floor. White walls, screens, prototypes. Anna explained. Angles, outcomes. Sophia entered the kids' hub. New, built-in hours, shelves, rugs, a certified caregiver. Ethan whispered. Useful friction. Love needs friction? Sophia asked. In this case, friction equals co-problem solving. Stress bonds people. What stress? Bids, dirty partners, or... He looked at the elevator. Grandma. The elevator chimed. Eleanor Sterling. Cream suit. Pearl earrings. Eyes like balance sheeps. She spotted Anna. Who is she? New designer. Single mother. Remove her from my house. After I speak to her, she entered. Anna turned. Good morning. Staff call me President. As you wish, President. That little girl is yours? Yes. Eleanor stared at Sophia. How old? 6. The same as Ethan, she murmured. Sophia studied her face. Grandma? The room stilled. Who did you call Grandma? You, because you look like the grandma from my dreams. Ethan clapped the glass, delighted. Eleanor re-armored. Staff are staff, don't assume invitations. I know boundaries. Keep them. She left. Spicy, Sophia whispered. Spice index significant, Ethan agreed. Afternoon. Rain. Anna's phone lit. Sterling, private. Dinner. Richard said. I'm busy. It's important. If it's work, email. Sophia fainted. Anna ran. Sophia, pale on a sofa, pulse weak. Did she eat? Anna asked. A little. The caregiver stammered. Blood sugar, juice now, then doctor, then allergy panel. Allergy? Richard asked. She's egg allergic. Richard froze. So am I. Time paused. Mommy? Sophia whispered. I'm here. Daddy? I'm here. I want to go home with Mommy. Eakin appeared, holding a bear. And Big Brother too. Room for 2 storm systems? Anna asked. My house does, Richard said. No, Eleanor cut in. Our home is not a hostel. President, Anna said evenly. I have a home. Sophia clung tighter. Ethan's eyes gleamed. Grandma, I like her. I like my sister too. Grandma? Eleanor repeated. Yes, because Grandma is beautiful. No one wins against a child calling them beautiful. Eleanor sighed. Do as you like. But take responsibility. The rumors fall on your head. Richard nodded. I'll bear them. For now, Eleanor warned. The children high-fived. Cohabitation pending, Ethan whispered. Pending to approved, Sophia said. Sterling townhouse, night. Lights warm. Staff dismissed. Silence remained. Kitchen, stainless, stone. Richard frowned at spices. A pot bubbled. Anna leaned in. You cook? No. Then why? Noise. You need quiet for Sophia. He lifted a strainer. I learn fast. At investing? Easier. Oh? The market is less unpredictable than you. She laughed, by accident. At the table. 3 bowls. Where's yours? Anna asked. I like watching. Watching us eat? Yes. Daddy cooks well, Ethan declared. Mommy eat, Sophia urged. Anna tasted. Good, she nodded. Approval, Richard breathed out. Upstairs, Eleanor stood alone. Lights of New York below. Her chest hitched when she remembered a dream of holding a girl 6 years ago. Children in bed. Whispers. Wife chasing agreement, Ethan said. A contract? Sophia asked. Yes, Daddy signs. Clause 1. Daddy pursues Mommy. Clause 2. Secret until Mommy accepts. Clause 3. If Mommy chooses another, Daddy respects it. Daddy won't like Clause 3. Correct. We pressure him. How? Kidnap Mommy overseas. Approved, Sophia said solemnly. Night settled. Anna stared at city lights. Phone glowed. Eleanor Sterling. Tomorrow, 9, my office. Yes, President. Anna put it down. Her ankle ached. she endured. Richard paused at her heels by the rug. "Tomorrow," he whispered, "don't lose control." In the children's room, a paper contract glowed. Wife-chasing agreement, drawn heart, letters A and R. Secrets had started to breathe. They would not stay quiet long. Morning again. New York wore steel. Clouds pressed low. Wind combed the glass. Level 30. War room. Maps, 3D prints. Screens like a miniature city lit from within. Anna Carter stood at center. Spine straight. Eyes bright. Hands steady. "This is the concept for the global bid," she said. Her voice was clear, low, certain. Page after page. Angle after angle. Numbers stacked like quiet artillery. On screen, a glass bridge over the Hudson. Elegant, severe. 20% cheaper than competitors. 30% faster to construct. A whisper broke. "No way." Anna kept moving. "I modeled wind, light, and tidal stress across 5 seasons," she said. "This is not a structure. It is a symbol." The room held its breath. Every gaze belonged to her now. In the shadowed back row, Richard Sterling watched, arms folded, expression made of winter, but at the corner of his mouth, a flicker. Not warmth, not yet. Recognition, footsteps, high heels, a cut of perfume. Camille Hart, she entered smiling, a smile that never touched bone. "Impressive," she said. "Also, familiar." She tapped a tablet. Another design filled the main screen. Almost the same. Not quite. Close enough to be dangerous. "European firm," Camille murmured. "Rumor says Anna Carter borrows from the best." The room fractured. Gasps, murmurs, eyes turning sharp. Anna did not blink. She looked at the duplicate once, then back to hers. "My baseline data are New York," she said. "Dominant northeast winds, local humidity, Hudson's tidal variance. Only a plagiarist would paste Paris into Manhattan." Silence. Then a tiny crack in Camille's perfect face. "There, gone." Richard's voice cut. "Enough." Meeting adjourned. Carter's design stands. No smile from Anna. No victory pose. Just a nod, like a pillar accepting weight. Inside her, a wave rose, broke and vanished. Kids Hub. Midday. Sophia drew clouds with silver pencils. Ethan typed on a child-sized laptop. Face intent. Mind already miles ahead. "Phase 2, he whispered. "Dad is starting to trust Mommy." Sophia grinned. "What next?" "We accelerate the wife-chasing agreement." He unfolded their paper contract. Neat letters, a crooked heart in the corner. "Clause 4, Ethan said, writing carefully. Daddy must say I love you in public." Sophia nodded. "There must be witnesses. There must be proof." They giggled. Not angels, not devils, strategists. Late afternoon, private office. Richard sat across from Anna. Between them, air that hummed. "You're very good," he said. "Uncomfortably good." A beat. He leaned in. "Why did you appear exactly now? Why does my son call you Mommy?" Anna held his stare. "There are questions only time can answer." Tick. 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 "I hate waiting," he said. "Then learn it," she answered. Outside the door, 2 small silhouettes leaned close. Ethan whispered, "He's orbiting, but he's stubborn." Sophia added a line to the contract. Clause 5. "If Daddy refuses, children may intervene." Ethan smiled. "Someday he'll sign. Someday Mommy will stop running." Evening. Sterling Tower's lights came on like stars that paid taxes. Anna walked the corridor alone. Footsteps. Soft. Measured. Camille stepped from a side hall. "Congratulations," she purred. "You kept your toy bridge." Anna stopped. That toy lowered cost projections by 20%. "Careful," Camille said, amused. "Men like Richard prefer compliance to genius." Anna's eyes did not move. "Then they should hire compliance." "They hired me." Camille's smile sharpened. "Enjoy the victory. Paper cuts bleed later." She glided away. Perfume lingered. Threat sweetened the air. Night. Sterling townhouse. Quiet as velvet again. Ethan and Sophia sat cross-legged on a rug. They reviewed their clauses like tiny lawyers. 1. Ethan counted. Daddy pursues Mommy without moral coercion. 2. Keep the truth concealed until Mommy accepts. 3. If mommy likes someone else, daddy respects it. 4. Daddy says I love you in public. Sophia tapped the new line. 5. If daddy refuses, children intervene. What does intervene mean? She asked. Ethan thought. It means we set the stage. We create a moment he can't run from. How? Ethan's eyes shone. We use a crowd, a camera, and a birthday. Whose birthday? He looked toward the hallway where Anna's heels slept beside a rug. You'll see, he said. Keep it secret. Sophia sealed the contract with a sticker shaped like the moon. Approved. Back at the tower. An empty elevator. Mirrors. A slow descent through light. Richard stood alone, hands in pockets, jaw tight. In the polished steel, his reflection looked like a man who did not believe in accidents, or in fate, or in the way a certain woman's voice refused to leave his head. He remembered the hospital door, Ethan's small hand in hers, the word he hated, mommy. He should have torn the card in half. He kept it instead. Anna Carter, Carter Holdings. The elevator touched the lobby. He did not move for 1 beat. Then 2. Then he walked. Outside, rain began. The city smelled like electricity. Midnight. Anna stood at her own window. New York burned cold and bright, glass every direction. Her phone buzzed. Unknown number. She let it ring out. On the counter, a folder she refused to open at night. Old hospital notations. Names crossed out. Dates smudged by someone's careful hand. A birthmark in a photo. Wrist. Crescent of wing. Her daughter had it. The boy had spoken of it. Anna pressed cold glass with her fingertips. Pain lived in her ankles still, speaking the language of ligaments and stubborn women. You can wait, she told herself. You can build. You can hold the line. But in the dark reflection, something in her face looked like a question she was tired of not answering. Elsewhere, Eleanor Sterling opened a safe. Inside, an envelope, yellowed edges, old hospital letterhead, her name in a neat, frightened hand. She did not read the letter. Not tonight. She knew every word. They beat under her ribs like a second heart. If the truth comes out, she whispered to the silver room, everything breaks. She closed the safe. She pressed her palm against its door. She stood very still until her breath belonged to her again. Back to the children. 2 sleepy generals. A treaty on the rug. Sophia yawned. When will daddy say it? Ethan smiled into the dim. When the stage is built. When the crowd is ready. When mommy stops looking away. He tapped the contract. Clause 4 will force the moment. And if he runs? Ethan's voice went gentle. Then we run faster. They curled beneath a blanket that smelled like laundry and impossible plans. The moonlight sticker glowed. Somewhere between wake and sleep, Sophia whispered, Good night, mommy. Ethan answered, Good night, daddy. Neither of them meant the walls. Both of them meant the future. Morning you'd come. Camille would circle. Eleanor would tighten the net. Richard would fight the gravity of someone he did not trust. Anna would build, and under it all, a truth 6 years deep kept breathing. It would not stay buried forever. It had learned the blueprint of fate. It knew where to crack the concrete. It was already widening the scene. Morning, rain like smoke, the city breathing. Level 23. Presentation hall, white lights, seats arched in a circle. Anna Carter entered, hair tied clean, eyes sharp, files in hand like blades. The Riverside Project, she said, her voice low, clear, no wasted beat. Slide shifted. Hudson's dark water. Wind layers. Light gliding across glass. We optimize wind, light, pedestrian flow. Max experience. Min cost. She paused 1 breath. The room, silent. Last row. An older man adjusted glasses. White coat. Silver badge. Dr. Hale. His gaze caught her wrist. A mark. A wing-shaped birthmark. He jerked upright. Excuse me. I've seen you before. Anna tilted her head. Where? Rangan. No, years ago. A storm night. Delivery ward. He stopped himself, fear in his eyes. I was mistaken. A cough. A shuffle. Richard Sterling stood against the wall, arms folded, winter in his gaze. But there, a flicker, tiny, quick. Anna smiled politely. Perhaps you were, but inside. An invisible string trembled. Presentation rolled on. Applause at the end. Not loud, but heavy. Dr. Hale stepped back. His phone vibrated. Private number. Message flashed. Meet today. He swallowed. Yes. Noon. Kids Hub. Sophia coloring sky lavender. Paper boats. Ethan on laptop. Screen black. Command lines like an endless road. Phase 3, he whispered. Deeper. Firewall. Encrypted gates. Ethan typed. Keys like rain. Sweat beaded faint at his temple. Eyes unblinking. A folder. Plain name. Too plain. Neonatal Archive A12. Click. Empty. Not empty. Wiped. Cover up. He smirked. Bad. And sloppy. He pulled a mirror log. Ghost lines faint like dust and light. 01:22 a.m. 2 files created. 01:31 a.m. 1 file transferred. 01:37 a.m. 1 renamed. 02:05 a.m. 1 lost signal. Lost signal, whispered like a broken spell. Brother, Sophia asked. Clues. Yes. What? Someone erased a child. Crayon slipped. Sophia held her breath 1 count. Why erase a child? Because adults, Ethan said. Some adults fear truth. He copied the log to a tiny fox-shaped USB. Don't tell mommy, not yet. Why? Not enough. What more? Witness. Ethan's eyes lit blade sharp. And the right moment. Afternoon. Old tier room, Upper East Side. Bronze mirrors. Round tables. Sun poured like honey. Eleanor Sterling. Back straight. Cream gloves. Earl chain on wrist. Across. Nurse Margot. Hair in bun. Eyes restless. You called me. Her voice small. It's been years. Eleanor smiled. Thin as paper. Long enough to forget. But you have family, don't you? Yes. And a mortgage. Envelope slid across. Thick. This is the last time we speak of that night. Margot swallowed. You want me? Silent. Eleanor rested hand on envelope. Protected. A softer word. But, do you believe in prayer? Eleanor tilted her head. I pray nightly. Pray the Sterling name holds. If truth escapes, all will fall. Margot closed eyes. A tear escaped. That night, there were 2 cries. Air froze. Only porcelain spoon clinked once. I know, Eleanor said. Fingers tightened on her bag. If you repeat it again, her voice softened. You'll lose more than a mortgage. Margot's hands trembled. I understand. They rose. Polite smiles. Goodbyes as light as dust. Envelope stayed. Heavy as stone. Outside, a small girl with braided hair clutched a cookie box. Sophia. Eyes wide. Hands shaking. She didn't hear all, but enough. 2 cries. She swallowed it, fear and all. Evening. Sterling townhouse. Dinner table warm. Soup steam. Golden light. Richard at one side. Eleanor opposite. Anna at end. Children between. 2 planets, orbiting an unstable sun. Project progress? Eleanor asked. Cold. Precise. Stable. Anna answered. No extra word. Richard glanced. Camille called for review. Tomorrow. Anna nodded. I'll come. Eleanor laid spoon down. Porcelain dry click. Good. She turned to Sophia. Where today? With the nanny. Sophia stared at her plate. Did not lift her eyes. Good girl, Eleanor murmured. Rare. Under the table. Ethan tapped Sophia's foot. Soft. After dinner. Talk. Children's room. Door half shut. Moon lamp glowing blue. Sophia opened cookie box. Butter sweet. 2 cracked cookies, like broken words. What did you hear? Ethan asked. A little. Her voice dread-thin. Grandma met a nurse. She said, if truth escapes, Sterling falls. And, she gulped. I heard 2 cries. The room shrank. No ticking clock. Only cut breaths. Ethan closed eyes. Opened them. Matches. Matches what? My log. At 01:22 a.m. 2 files created. He whispered. I think there were 2 children. Sophia set cookie down. You sound like movie. Life writes before movies. Tell mommy? Not yet. Why? Unsafe. Need more. So what? Protect mommy. Force daddy public. Once adults share a stage, turning back is harder. Sophia nodded, eyes bright. Clause 4. Yes, And if Daddy runs? Clause 5. Foreheads touched. No ink needed. Unsafe. Late night. Anna's study. Glass window. City circuits burning. Phone buzzed. Message. Don't trust them. That night, something happened. Anna stared. Who? Why? That night, which? Drawer opened. Thin envelope. Old paper. Words crooked. Sorry, no name. Pain flared in ankle. Reminder she was alive. Reminder pain was a map. She whispered, stay sharp, Anna. Not tonight. Balcony. Richard alone. Post-rain air. Electric taste. He pulled a card. Anna Carter, Carter Holdings. Light bent. Blurred. He slipped it back. Lifted gaze, reflection in glass. A man who no longer believed in coincidence, yet dragged by something unseen. Tomorrow, he muttered, don't lose control. Night air chuckled, as if knowing, as if not. Dawn. Old tea room. Wood creaked. Air thin. Nurse Margot returned alone. Envelope gone. Only a damp trace on the table. She typed a message. I'm sorry, I can't. Stopped. Deleted. Phone dark. Door opened. A figure in long coat paused at threshold. Silent. You shouldn't be out this hour. Blizzard. New York isn't safe for talkers. Margot stepped back. Yes, I understand. Door closed. Tea room empty. Clock ticked circles in silence. Sunrise. Level 30. Blueprint open. Coffee steaming. Anna arrived first. She laid hand on drawing's edge. Soft, like greeting an old friend. Door opened. Richard. Face a straight line. Eyes not pure steel anymore. Camille called. Wants your data sources. He said. Anna nodded. I'll bring truth to the room. He studied her. New York isn't safe for talkers. Margot stepped back. Yes, I understand. Door closed. Tea room empty. Clock ticked circles in silence. One would think you carry weapons. I do. What? Evidence. Behind glass. Two small shadows dashed by. Laughing. Paper in hand. Wife chasing agreement. Another crooked heart drawn. Ethan glanced back. For a blink, his eyes met Anna's. A wink. Blip. Under a bit. Heart traced heart. Not a name with traces. Ethan glanced back at Branch. Behind glass, two small shadows dashed by. Laughing. Paper in hand. Sorry, I can't common dynamic, thinking. Margot stepped back. Yes, I understand. Door closed. Tea room empty. Clock ticked circles in silence. Sunrise. Level 30. Blueprint open. Coffee steaming, air thin. One would think you carry weapons. I do. What? Evidence. Behind glass, two small shadows dashed by. Laughing. Paper in hand. Anna froze half a beat. Her heart no longer machine rhythm. She turned. Let's go, she said. It's time. Sky cracked faint light. Like a promise. Like a road. The past whispered. The future listened. Morning. Glass tower. Sterling logo glinting like a crown of steel. Emergency meeting. Camille Hart called it. Executives filled the room. Anna Carter stood calm at the head. Laptop open. Eyes steady. Camille's heels clicked. She dropped a folder. Pages spread like blades. Strange, Camille said sweetly. Your design looks identical to this report, published 2 months earlier. Gasps, murmurs, suspicion alive. Anna reached for the folder. Her fingers brushed a page. And froze. At the bottom, a signature. Dr. Hale. Same name. Same night 6 years ago. Her heart jolted. Why here? Why now? She forced her voice steady. This is forged. My datasets are mine. I can prove it. Camille arched a brow. Then prove it, in front of all. Richard Sterling watched, arms folded, eyes a storm. He saw it. Anna's pause when she spotted that signature. He filed it. Another crack in logic. Sophia's age. The rest birthmark. Ethan's stubborn word. Mommy. He clenched his jaw. Refused to assemble the puzzle. Not yet. Kids Hub. Next room. Ethan slid a device beneath the conference door. A recorder. Small. Sophia watched, holding breath. Inside, Camille's voice hissed. President Sterling, she's dangerous. We can ruin her quietly. Eleanor's tone answered. Cold silk. Do it. The less she knows, the longer this house stands. Sophia's eyes widened. Grandma. Against Mommy. Ethan pressed a finger to his lips. Proof, he whispered. Now we wait. Back inside. Anna tapped keys. Code spilled across the screen. Rows of wind models, solar angles, tidal math. This, she said, voice rising, cannot be forged. Every line time-stamped, every calculation tied to my access. This design is mine. Silence. Heavy. Executives leaned closer. Whispers shifted tone. Camille's smile cracked. Convenient timing. Her words fell dull. No blade left. Richard finally spoke. Enough. Her design holds. No applause. Only the sound of Camille's heels retreating. Sharp. Bitter. Anna closed her laptop. Hands still. Breath controlled. But her mind stayed on that signature. Dr. Hale. That night, a thread tugged. Not broken. Not yet whole. Outside the glass doors, Sophia grabbed Ethan's hand. What do we do? We guard the truth, Ethan whispered. And when the time comes, we'll force Daddy to face it. Sophia nodded, eyes wide with fire. And Anna walked the corridor alone. Shadows long, city roaring below. She whispered, to no one, to the silence, to the memory that refused to stay buried. No truth erases. It only waits to be found. Night, Sterling Tower. Windows burning like 100 watchful eyes. Camille Hart stood in shadow, phone pressed to her ear, voice sharp as glass. Yes, I'll leak the specs. The contract will collapse. Carter will drown. A pause. Foreign accent on the other end. Agreement. Quiet. Cold. Camille's smile bloomed cruel. Revenge dressed in silk. Morning. Sterling Enterprises. An email spread like fire. From Anna Carter's account. Data attached. Confidential. Leaked. Gasps in corridors. Whispers in elevators. She betrayed us. Already selling designs overseas. Anna froze before her screen. Hands steady. Jaw locked. This isn't mine. Executives circled like vultures. Richard Sterling entered. Eyes unreadable. Explain, he said. Anna met his gaze. I have nothing to explain. The file is forged. Richard held her stare. Inside, storm. Evidence damning. But her eyes, iron and fire. Could both be true? Later, Sterling Mansion. Eleanor Sterling summoned Anna. The matriarch sat by tall windows. Light cut her face like marble. Some doors remain closed, Eleanor said. Not to hide weakness, to bury truth. Do not pry where you don't belong. Anna stood calm, her words precise. A truth not guarded by honesty will rot. And rot spreads. Silence between queens. A duel without swords. Both walked away unbroken, for now. Kids Hub. Evening. Ethan opened the fox-shaped USB. Lines of ghost data shimmered back. One fragment restored. Baby A. Transfer. Baby B. Retain. Sophia whispered. Which are we, A or B? Ethan's eyes narrowed. Depends who erased the answer. They shared a glance. Fear and fire mixing. Children holding secrets. Too heavy for children. Boardroom. Executives gathered. Suspicion thick. Richard rose. I will oversee the global project personally. Anna Carter will remain. She reports directly to me. Gasps. Protection. Prison. Both at once. Anna's lips curved. Not smile, not frown. She knew chains when she felt them. Even golden ones. Night again. Camille at her desk. City reflected in glass. Phone lit. Eleanor Sterling's voice. Calm, cold. As Anna takes one step further. Make sure it is her last. Camille's eyes glimmered. Reflection fractured into a dozen shards. Consider it done. Morning. Sterling Tower buzzed like a hive. Rumors spread faster than elevators. Carter leaked again. She's poison. Richard protects her. Why? Board directors whispered in corners. Emails sharpened like knives. Pressure thickened. Anna walked through the hall, back straight, eyes forward. Every glance a dagger. Every breath defiance. Richard's office. Door closed. Silence heavy. He stood at the window, back to her. Skyline blazing steel. You made me a fool, he said. Low, cold. I defended you. I staked my name, and rumors still burn. Anna's voice steady. I did not need your defense. I needed space to prove myself. He turned. Eyes storm dark. My defense kept you in that seat. Your defense chained me there. The words clashed, metal on metal. Neither bent, neither broke. Richard's hands curled. For a breath, he faltered. That night, his voice dropped. Wasn't clean. Anna froze. What night? Her eyes pierced. Tell me. But Richard shut it, jaw locked. Mask back. Forget it. The silence screamed louder than words. Hallway. Ethan and Sophia crouched by the door. They had heard enough. Sophia's eyes welled. She burst in, threw her arms around Anna. Don't cry, Mommy. Don't cry. Anna bent, held her child close, tremor hidden in her breath. Ethan glared at Richard. If Daddy won't chase Mommy, we'll make him. He pulled a paper from his pocket. Clause 6. Daddy must apologize to Mommy, sincerely. Scrawled in childish letters. Approved with a star. Richard's chest heaved, but Anna stood, composed. I will not be your pawn. She walked out. Door slammed. Richard's fist struck the desk. Wood groaned. Glass rattled. But his eyes, they burned not only with anger, with something deeper, something raw, something he could not name. End of hall. Eleanor Sterling waited, immaculate, unmoved. She looked at her son, voice calm as a knife. Emotions fracture empires. Choose, Richard. The company or her? Richard said nothing. His hand bled from the desk. Silence was his only answer. The fracture widened. Midnight. Sterling Tower slept, but one floor still glowed. Kids' hub. Screens lit small faces. Ethan Sterling typing fast. Sophia watching wide-eyed. Shays 4. Ethan whispered. We break deeper. Lines of code. Walls of firewalls. One by one, doors opened. Fate echoes of forgotten files. Then, a folder, hidden under layers of dust. Range Hospital Confidential. Ethan clicked. Ghost text appeared. Static lines. Fragments. Baby A, transfer. Baby B, retain. Case ID Carter 6Y. Sophia's lips parted. Her hand covered her mouth. A and B. Mommy and Daddy. Ethan's face set. No names. Only codes. But Carter, it's Mommy. He saved the fragments, encrypted them twice. Eyes fierce. Clause 7, he said. Daddy must see this, when we choose. Sophia nodded. When? When the truth hurts most. Morning. Richard's office. Anna stood across the desk. Contract papers stacked high. She signed without tremor. Richard watched. Couldn't read her anymore. Her calm was a wall. Her silence louder than storms. You still deny the leaks? He asked. Her eyes met his. I deny lies. Always. A pause. His fist closed around nothing. Anger, doubt, desire, all clawed at once. Why now? He muttered. Why appear 6 years later? Anna's brow arched. Why indeed? She turned, left him with questions and silence. Elsewhere, Camille met a man in a dark cafe. A foreign accent murmured. Payment exchanged. Blueprints slid into leather. Carter won't last, Camille hissed. She'll break. Sterling will cut her loose. But in the shadows, another figure watched. Unseen, recording. Ethan's tiny device blinked red. Data saved. Proof growing. Evening. Sterling Mansion Garden. Eleanor sipping tea. Richard standing stiff. She fractures you, Eleanor said. She divides the board. She weakens the name. Richard's jaw flexed. Or she exposes rot. Eleanor's eyes sharpened. You will not defy me for her. Richard's silence cut sharper than words. His hands trembled. Just once. Kids' room. Moon lamp glowing. Papers spread like secret maps. Ethan tapped the fragments. Sophia whispered. If Mommy is Carter 6Y, then Baby A and Baby B. Her voice trembled. We are us. Ethan's eyes burned. We don't tell. Not yet. Truth is a weapon, and weapons need timing. Sophia hugged her bear, nodded, whispered into the dark. Good night, twin. Ethan looked at her, and for the first time, did not correct. The ghost files breathed, waiting. growing louder. Warning light spilled through Sterling townhouse windows. Breakfast table. Silverware clinked. Silence stretched. Anna poured juice. Sophia kicked her feet. Ethan stared too long at Richard. Eat, Richard ordered. Voice flat. Authority sharp. Sophia pouted. Daddy, don't be mean. You're daddy for both of us. The room froze. Forks stilled. Anna's hand halted mid-air. Her eyes cut to Sophia. Both of us? Sophia blinked. Cheeks flushed. I meant Ethan and me, because we play together. But the words hung, heavy, unruly. Richard's jaw locked. Ethan's eyes narrowed. A warning glance to his sister. Too late. Anna set the glass down. Slow, precise. Her voice soft. Children speak truth more than grown men. Richard snapped. Enough. Steel edge. But the tremor beneath betrayed him. Later, Anna stood in her office corner. Mind circling. 2 cries. A mark on Ethan's wrist. Sophia slip. She pressed a hand to her chest. A rhythm too fast. A question too loud. No. She whispered. Not yet. Don't believe shadows. But the seed had been planted. It would not leave. Kids Hub. Ethan dragged Sophia aside. You broke protocol. Sophia's eyes brimmed. I'm sorry. I slipped. Ethan sighed heavy. Clause 8 written fast. Children must not reveal truth accidentally. Sophia sniffled. Will mommy hate me? Ethan shook his head. Mommy will never hate you. But daddy will fear faster. They pressed palms, sealed another clause. Night. Richard alone in study. Whiskey glass untouched. Rain hitting glass like nails. He remembered Sophia's words. Daddy for both of us. He pressed his temples. Memory surged. A storm night. A cry. Then another. His mother's voice. There is only one. Forget the rest. Richard's breath broke. He gripped the desk. But the fracture widened. Anna by her own window. City lights below. Her daughter sleeping sound. Yet her thoughts circled Ethan. The way his eyes held knowledge. The way he clung to her hand. The way Sophia slipped. Her whisper barely touched the air. Could it be? The question lingered. Not answered. Not denied. Shadows thickened. Truth closer. Waiting its turn. Evening. Grand ballroom. Crystal chandeliers rained light. Sterling banners glimmered. An international delegation waited. Faces measured. Eyes sharp. Family mattered here. Image mattered more. Anna Carter entered beside Richard. Camille's smile curled in the corner. She doesn't belong, Camille whispered to a partner. But whispers shifted. Eyes followed. Assumptions born. She's his wife. She must be. A toast requested family presence. All eyes turned. Richard's jaw tightened. Choice slammed against him. He reached, took Anna's hand. Firm. Unyielding. This is my partner, he said. Anna Carter. Applause. Flashbulbs. Masks sealed in place. Anna's pulse raced. Her lips froze in a polite curve. Anger clawed beneath her skin. But her voice stayed caged. Too many eyes. Too many ears. Beside her, Richard leaned close. Smile, he ordered softly. Not for me, for the deal. Her hand tried to pull free. He tightened. Unforgiving. Unshakable. The mask held. Dinner stretched. Course after course. Anna lifted a glass. Richard poured her wine. Their eyes met. An act. Too perfect. Convincing. Laughter rose around them. Applause at their every glance. Performance flawless. But somewhere between staged and true, a line blurred. Kids Hub Annex. Ethan and Sophia peeked from a side curtain. Sophia whispered, Mommy and Daddy look perfect. Her eyes sparkled. Hands clasped. Ethan scribbled quick. Clause 9 added, Addie must hold Mommy's hand in public without letting go. He folded the paper. Smiled thin. Progress. Later in the night, a partner lifted his glass. To the Sterlings, husband and wife. Glasses clinked. Thunder of applause. Anna's heart slammed. Her lips parted to speak, to deny, to shatter the illusion. Richard squeezed her hand hard, closer. His whisper slid like command. For now, trust me. Her breath caught, her protest died, her silence roared. Car ride after, city lights smeared outside. Anna faced him. You used me, her voice cut. Richard's gaze forward. No, I protected us. The word echoed. Us. Anna stared. The city blurred. Her heart refused to steady. Outside the hotel, Camille watched the car pull away. Her smile sharpened. Plots coiled. Shadows thickened. The masks had been worn, but masks crack, and when they do, truth breaks free. Night after the gala, hotel high above the city, windows breathing rain-wet light. Sophia ran a mild fever. Anna stayed by her side. Cold cloth, soft humming, a mother's patience measured in minutes and love. Hallway quiet. Footsteps stopped at the door. Richard. He did not knock. Through a crack, he saw it. Sophia sleeping. Sleeve slipped back, a birthmark on her wrist, wing-shaped, the same as Ethan's, the same as Anna's. The past rushed like thunder. A storm night, a cry, then another. Hands taking a child away, a voice like ice. There's only one. Forget the rest. He gripped the frame, breath unsteady. Anna turned and caught him watching. What are you looking at? He swallowed. Words jammed in his throat. Nothing, he said. Just coincidence. Her eyes darkened. She did not believe. She did not press. Not tonight. Later, Richard in his own room. Lights low, silence loud. He stared at his hands, at all the years they had held power and not truth. His mother's sentence echoed like a verdict. There is only one. Forget the rest. If this was a lie, what else had been reshaped? What else had been stolen? He closed his eyes, and for the first time, fear felt larger than anger. Midnight drifted. Ethan padded down the hall. He slipped into Anna's room, pulled a blanket higher over Sophia, stood guard. At the doorway, Richard's silhouette, still as a statue, breathing like a man caught between cliffs. Ethan did not turn. He spoke to the dark. You know now. A beat. Don't run. Richard flinched, did not answer. Balcony. Wind crowded the night. City glass burned in lines. Richard faced the storm that was not weather. If it's true, he whispered, I've been lied to all my life. A phone vibrated across town. Camille at a window, voice low. He's starting to see. What do we do? Eleanor's reply floated back like frost. We cut deeper, before truth cuts us. The line went dead. The city kept shining. And somewhere inside it, a mark kept echoing. Night. Eleanor Sterling's study. Curtains drawn. A lamp burned like interrogation light. Nurse Margot stood trembling. Hands wringing. Eyes darting. Eleanor's voice cut the air. If this secret breathes, Sterling falls. Remember that. Margot swallowed hard. Her lips moved, but no sound came. The envelope slid closer. Final warning, final price. Eleanor leaned in. One more word about that night, and it will be your last. Morning. Conference hall. Design review. Anna Carter carried blueprints. Camille Hart smirked across the table. Too calm. Too ready. Mid-presentation, a folder slipped. Papers scattered. Among them, medical files. Rangen Hospital, 6 years old. Anna's breath hitched. Her fingers froze on the page. Ethan. Sophia. The same hospital. Richard caught her arm, steadying her. Focus, he whispered. But his eyes betrayed him. He knew. He always knew. Kids Hub. Ethan tapped furious at keys. System resisted. Code blocked. A red warning flared. Unauthorized access. Trace logged. Report sent. Sophia gasped. Grandma is watching us. Ethan's jaw tightened. Then we move faster. Later. Richard's office. Anna stood before him. Rangen files still vivid in her hand. Tell me, she said. 6 years ago. What happened there? Richard's silence cracked. Then, don't dig. Some truths burn everything. Her eyes sharpened. Then let it burn. Either I know all, or I walk away. He looked at her. Torment twisted steel. But he did not answer. Evening. Private lounge. Eleanor met Camille. Perfume and poison in the air. If Anna takes one more step, Eleanor said, make sure it is her last. Camille's smile gleamed. As you wish. Late night. Anna at her desk. City lights beneath. Her ankle scar throbbed faintly. She whispered, "Truth doesn't vanish. It waits. For courage." Children's room. Moonlamp soft. Ethan and Sophia sat close. Paper contract open. Clause 10 written bold. Truth must come out. They pressed their palms. Sealed it. Eyes fierce. The chains of silence rattled. But they would not hold forever. Morning. Sterling Tower. Laughter in the hall. Until it stopped. Ethan staggered. Eyes glazed. Body fell. "Sophia," he gasped. Then darkness. Panic roared. Anna sprinted. Richard too. Their voices collided. "Call emergency." Hospital. White lights. Machines humming. Time broke into fragments. Doctor's voice clipped. "Severe collapse. He needs blood. Now. His type is rare. We don't have supply ready." Richard stepped forward. "Test mine." Needle. Vial. Silence. Anna's voice cut through. "Test me too." Minutes dragged like hours. Doctor returned. Both compatible. Same rare AB type. Anna's breath halted. Richard's eyes widened. Doctor continued. "Casual, unaware. Not common. Near perfect genetic match. Parent to child." The words detonated. Anna's knees weakened. Richard's jaw locked. Truth had spilled. In blood. Procedure room. Anna lay still. Blood flowing from her arm, into life. Into Ethan. She stared at the ceiling. Tears blurred edges. Her lips whispered, unheard, "My son." Across glass, Richard watched. His reflection fractured. Guilt and relief and fear warred. Corridor. Anna cornered him. Voice shaking, sharp. "You knew." Richard's silence. His eyes betrayed him. "I never wanted you to find out this way." Her chest heaved. "What way is there?" "He is mine. He always was." Richard turned. Walked away. Not strong, only breaking. Ward. Sophia by Ethan's side. Her small hand over his. "Weak soon," she whispered. "Now mommy and daddy can't deny us." Ethan's eyelids fluttered. A faint smile. "Clause 11, he rasped. "Family must be whole." Sophia nodded. Tears fell, but hope burned. Outside. Night wrapped the hospital. Camille on the phone. "They know now. The blood betrayed us." Eleanor's voice cut cold. "Then destroy proof. Before proof destroys us." The line went dead, but truth had already drawn first blood. Evening. Sterling Mansion. Shadows stretched across marble halls. A storm pressed against the windows. Anna walked in. Steps sharp. Eyes unflinching. She no longer carried doubt. She carried fire. Eleanor waited in the drawing room. Perfect posture. Pearls gleaming. Her gaze ablade. Anna spoke first. "You stole my child." Eleanor's lips curled. "I preserved an empire." Anna's voice rose. "He was mine. Flesh, blood, heart." Eleanor leaned forward. "No, he is Sterling. Born under our roof. Raised in our name. You are a necessity, nothing more." Anna trembled. Rage, not fear. "You call theft preservation. I call it war." The door opened. Richard entered. Eyes flicking between them. Confusion, fury, shock. Anna turned. "He's my son. Ethan is mine." Richard staggered back a step. His mother's mask never cracked. Eleanor's voice sliced. "Choose Richard. The family name. Or her." His fists clenched. Words caught. No answer came. Stairwell shadows. Two small figures crouched. Ethan and Sophia. Ethan's hand crushed Sophia's. "Now we know. Grandma is the enemy." He scribbled fast on a folded page. Clause 12. "Daddy must stand with mommy against grandma." Sophia whispered. "Can't he?" Ethan's jaw hardened. "He must." The air thickened. Anna faced Eleanor full. "I will fight, not for your empire, for my son." Eleanor rose slowly. Her pearls caught the lightning flash. "Then prepare. Empires don't lose without blood." The words cracked the room colder than the storm outside. Later, Richard alone. Study dark. Only a single lamp. In his hand, a photo. Ethan as an infant. A blurred night. A memory stolen. His whisper frayed. "What have we done?" Across the mansion, Eleanor's phone glowed. Camille's voice answered soft. Eleanor's command was colder still. Stage the final move. Anna must not leave this house with power. The line died. The storm roared, and the battle began to breathe. Morning. Sterling war room. Screens bright as accusation. Camille Hart stood smooth as a blade. Major leak, she announced. Origin traces to Carter. Folders hit the table. Screenshots. Timestamps. Digital fingerprints twisted to point one way. Anna lifted her gaze. I didn't do this. Then confess incompetence, Camille purred, or step down. Bored murmurs swelled. The trap was clean, the noose elegant. Richard sat very still. His eyes betrayed a civil war between mother and truth, between name and woman. Anna's voice did not shake. Fabrication is still fabrication, even when it wears a suit. Camille smiled. Poetry won't save you. Hallway. Two small shadows slipped near. Ethan pressed a tiny recorder into Anna's palm. Sophia nodded, fierce. Use it, Ethan whispered. Now. Anna walked back into the fire, set the device on the table, pressed play. Eleanor's voice poured from the speaker, calm, cold. If Anna takes one more step, make sure it is her last. Camille's reply, honeyed poison. Consider it done. Silence detonated, faces blanched. A mask slipped. Richard's eyes cut to his mother. The room tilted. Camille lunged, edited, fake. Anna's finger tapped again. Second clip. Camille at a cafe. A foreign voice. Payment. Blueprints sliding into a leather bag. Proof. Layered. Quiet. Deadly. The board recoiled. Questions knifed the air. Ms. Hart, explain. Camille's poise fractured. Words turned to ash. Eleanor alone remained marble. Her gaze a winter field. No tracks left. Meeting dissolved in shouts. Anna gathered the recorder. Ethan and Sophia waited at the door. Their eyes said, "We guard you." As Anna passed, Eleanor's whispers slid like a blade. You think proof makes you safe? Proof burns faster than lies. Anna did not turn. Let it burn. I'm done freezing. Outside, Camille's hands shook around her phone. One message sent. 2 words only. Plan B, tonight. Streetlights flared. Storm moved in. And the city readied for a darker game. Dawn. Sterling Tower loomed against a bruised sky. Windows flickered alive, one by one. A city waking, an empire trembling. Richard Sterling stood in his office. Files spread like puzzle pieces. Old hospital records, meeting transcripts, financial ledgers. And in his mind, the storm. 2 cries in memory. One child erased, another raised. His mother's voice, sharp, cold. There is only one, forget the rest. But the marks, the blood, the faces, they refused to forget. Anna Carter entered, eyes tired, back unbent. Her presence filled the room like truth waiting to be heard. Richard turned, their gazes clashed. For a moment, silence said everything. Too much, too heavy. You're hiding something, Anna said. Her voice cut through glass. Something that belongs to me. Richard's breath fractured. He wanted to speak, wanted to release the weight. But Eleanor's shadow loomed inside him. Chains older than love. All I can tell you, he whispered, is that some truths can ruin us all. Anna stepped closer. Or free us. Her hand brushed the file on his desk. Rangan Hospital. Her name faint in a corner. Her heart thundered. Before Richard could answer, the door burst open. An assistant gasped. Explosion. Level 18. Server room. Chaos. Alarms wailed. Smoke clawed through corridors. Employees scattered like hunted birds. Anna grabbed the assistant. Evacuate the floor. Her voice was command. Steel. Richard barked orders. Security swarmed. But in the swirl of panic, a truth gleamed cold. This was no accident. Across the street, Camille Hart watched from a tinted car. Her lips curved. Phone at her ear. Plan B executed. Server destroyed. Data trail gone. A pause. Eleanor's voice answered. Good. But remember, Anna must not walk out untouched. Camille's eyes glinted. As you wish. Inside Sterling Tower, Anna pulled Sophia close. Ethan clutched her sleeve. The smoke stung, but their grip was fire. Richard reached them, held Ethan by the shoulders. Stay behind me. For a moment, they were a family. Fractured, fragile but real. Then a crash, ceiling panel falling. Anna shoved the children aside. Pain flared through her ankle, a scar reborn. Richard's roar shook the smoke. Anna! He lifted the panel, dragged her free. His arms burned, his breath ragged, but he did not let go. Later, emergency lights flickered. Fire crews drowned the flames. The server room, gone. With it, the fragments Ethan had yet to secure. Anna sat against a wall, sweat, smoke, blood, her eyes still burning. This wasn't random, she said, her voice steady. They came for the truth. Richard knelt before her. Shadows lined his face. They came for you. Outside, Camille's car rolled away. Her smile lingered in the glass. Eleanor's command echoed in her ear. Plan B was a spark. Plan C will be the fire. The city skyline flickered. Storm clouds gathered. The game darkened. And in the ruins of smoke, a family stood closer, even as the world pulled them apart. Morning after smoke. Sterling Tower wore bandages, yellow tape, scorched halls, whispered fear. Ethan held Sophia's hand, small fingers, tight grip. They did not let go. Anna arrived early, hair pulled back, eyes clear as a blade cleaned in fire. Richard met her at the turnstiles, security thicker, directors circling like crows. Stay close, he said. I'm not leaving, she answered. They walked as one. Not lovers, not yet, but a line of force ran between them. Conference floor, doors shut. A legal team waited. Cease and desist. Temporary injunction. Words that looked like chains. Effective immediately, the lead counsel read. Miss Carter is suspended pending investigation of internal sabotage, child endangerment during the incident, and inappropriate influence over the Sterling heir. Silence cracked. Then voices. Too many. Accusations dressed as concern. Anna didn't blink. Inappropriate influence? I pulled your heir from falling steel with my own body. Richard's gaze iced over. Who drafted this? No one answered. They didn't need to. Eleanor's absence spoke louder than presence. Downstairs. The lobby breathed money and polished stone. 2 Anya gray suits waited by the fountain. Badges. Official. Child welfare liaison. Routine welfare check. One said, smooth. We received an anonymous tip. Ethan went still. Sophia's fingers found Anna's sleeve. Anna's voice remained level. You may speak to the children with me present. Protocol dictates. Richard stepped in front. Protocol will adapt. You may use my office. Now. They hesitated. They followed. Glass office. Skyline blazing daylight. The liaison opened a folder. Anonymous forms. Phrases underlined in red. Unfit. Reckless. Exposure to corporate conflict. Sophia's chin lifted. I'm not unsafe with mommy. Ethan's eyes were knives. Nor with daddy. We wrote a contract. Contract? The liaison asked, thrown. Ethan unfolded paper edges worn soft with hope. Wife-chasing agreement. Tiny hearts. Firm clauses. The liaison read. A smile tried to betray his professionalism. Duly noted. Anna met the man's eyes. You are being used. Please do your job, honestly. The man closed the folder. We will. Outside, a shadow watched from the mezzanine railing. Camille, phone in hand. Message sent. They didn't break. Reply arrived. Plan C proceeds. Noon. Press outside the tower. Flashes. Questions. Whispers turned into headlines. Carter suspended. Inside the house of Sterling, a mother, an heir, a fire. Camille stepped to the curb, giving the angle. Safety is paramount. Her voice sweetened the knife. Anna stood just beyond the glass. She did not flinch. She did not hide. Richard's voice at her shoulder. Leave it to PR. No, she said. Leave it to proof. Afternoon. An envelope slid under a door, unmarked. Thin. Heavy. Anna found it on her desk. Hands paused. She broke the seal. Inside, a photocopy of old hospital ledger lines. Date. Time. Weather. Storm. Infant A transferred to private wing. Infant B retain. Attending. Dr. Hale. Nurse signature. M. A note in cramped hand. I can't stay silent. 9 p.m. East River footbridge. Her breath caught. Hale. At last a spine to the boast. Upstairs. Eleanor stood before a wall of glass. Camille at her side. Legal pressure failed, Camille said. Welfare check failed. It softened them, Eleanor murmured. Now we cut the rope. How? Remove the bridge, Eleanor said. If Carter seeks a witness, there must be none to find. Camille hesitated. Too visible. So make it invisible. Eleanor's pearls did not move. Erase the man, or his courage. Twilight. Wind braided the river. The footbridge shivered with footsteps. Anna stood in a long coat, hood up, eyes on the path. Ethan and Sophia were not with her. They were at home. Promise kept. Barely. But Richard was there. He stepped from shadow. I don't leave you alone anymore. She didn't argue. Dr. Hale appeared at the far side. Older, smaller than memory, carrying something under his coat. He reached them breathing hard. I have little time. His eyes flicked over Richard's shoulder. Less than I thought. He pulled a folder. Originals, not copies. Birth records, chain of custody notes. A second bracelet tag, cut, then taped back together. 2 infants, Hale said. Orders from above. I signed because I believed it meant protection. It meant theft. Footsteps behind. Too many, too soft. The bridge trembled. Camille stepped into the light. 3 men with her. Not police, not quite private. Good evening, she said. Doctor, you're expected elsewhere. Richard moved in front of Anne, between Camille and the folder. Walk away. From promotion? Camille laughed softly. Never. Her men advanced. River wind rose, paper fluttered. Anna grabbed the file, held it to her chest. Ran. Richard met the first man head on. Not elegant, not corporate. A father breaking his suit. Camille lunged for Anna's wrist. Fingers clawed linen, missed. Anna cut left, shoes biting planks. Give it up, Camille hissed. Paper burns, not before it's red. Hale stumbled. A hand snatched his sleeve. He twisted free, gasping. Take the last page. Anna tore the final sheet, stuffed it inside her coat lining. A hidden pocket for hidden lives. Richard drove his shoulder into a second nan. Wood groaned. The bridge rattled. A siren wailed somewhere distant, late to the truth. Camille called off her men with a curt, furious slash. Not defeat, calculation. Enjoy your papers, she said. Courts take years. Reputations die tonight. They vanished into dark. Wind quieted. Footsteps returned to rhythm. Hale leaned on the rail, shaking. I'm sorry, he said. I was a coward. Anna's anger gentled. Be brave now. He nodded, eyes wet. Testimony, I'll give it. Richard looked at the river, at Anna, at the torn page tucked near her heart. Then this ends, he said, voice low. With truth. Night deepened. At the mansion, Eleanor poured tea as if wars were tidy. Camille stood rigid. You failed, Eleanor said quietly. Temporarily, Camille replied. They kept a page. Eleanor stirred once. Porcelain clicked. Then we removed the reader. Camille's eyes lifted. Anna? Who else? Eleanor asked, almost gently. We are past mercy. The spoon stilled. The room cooled. Back at the bridge, Anna and Richard walked in silence. City lights braided their reflections into one long line. Thank you, she said. For the first time, no armor in it. He did not answer with words. He reached for her hand, held it, did not let go. Behind them, the river kept moving. Ahead, the city waited with its teeth and its miracles. Plan C had tightened the net. But the prey had learned to bite. Morning broke with knives of light. News tickers burned. Carter suspended. Sterling Empire fractures. Anna Carter sat alone in a glass room. Reporters howled beyond the barricades. Lawyers whispered like crows. Her pulse was steady only for her children. A board summons lay on the table. Not optional. The Court of Shadows. Sterling's private tribunal. Judge, jury, executioner, all under one roof. Hall of marble. Directors assembled. Faces carved in power. Eleanor Sterling at the center, her presence colder than verdicts. Richard entered late, eyes shadowed, suit dark as night. He sat beside Anna. Gasps rippled. You sit with her? Eleanor's voice cracked the air. I stand with truth, Richard replied. For once. The fracture widened. Camille Hart approached. Steps crisp, folder clutched. Exhibit A, she announced. Emails, signatures, digital trails leading to Anna. Gasps again. Board leaned closer. Anna rose. Forgery. Her voice rang steel. Convenient, isn't it? How every trail curves to me. Camille smiled thin. Facts don't bend. People do. Ethan shifted in the gallery. Laptop hidden on his knees. Fingers fast as rain. He whispered to Sophia. Watch this. Screens flickered. The emails recoded before the board's eyes. Timestamps warped. IP traces revealed Camille's hand. Gasps turned. Eyes cut to Camille. Her poise shattered. Impossible, she hissed. Nothing is impossible. Ethan said from the back, except hiding lies forever. Eleanor's palm struck the table. Silence obeyed. You bring children into this chamber? She spat. This is no place for games. Anna faced her, unflinching. They aren't playing. They're surviving what you built. A side door creaked. Dr. Hale entered, old, bent, carrying a folder heavier than his frame. Gasps again. Eleanor's eyes narrowed. Hale's voice trembled. I was there. Rangan Hospital. Storm night. 2 cries. 1 ordered away. 1 declared sole heir. I signed the ledger. I buried the truth. He laid the folder open. Bracelet tags, Ancient A, Ancient B. Dates, times, names scratched and rewritten. The room held its breath. Anna's hand found her mouth. Tears burned, unfallen. My son, she whispered. Richard closed his eyes. Chains snapped inside him. Eleanor rose. Her pearls caught firelight. You think paper saves you? Truth is fragile. I've broken it before. I can break it again. Her words chilled more than denial, because they rang of history and promise. Camille gathered scraps of dignity, but the board had turned. Questions lanced at her. Her mask dissolved. Still, Eleanor did not fall. Not yet. The tribunal dissolved in storm. Reporters fed frenzy outside. Flashbulbs devoured faces. Anna stepped into the light, file clutched tight. Richard beside her, silent but steady. Ethan and Sophia ran to her arms. They held as one. Brief, fierce, fragile. Eleanor's shadow lingered at the top of the marble stairs. Her voice floated down, soft as poison. This is only the first cut. Wars are not won in court. They're won in silence. She turned away. Her heels cracked marble. Camille trailed like smoke. Anna held tighter to her children. Richard's hand brushed hers. Neither spoke. Both knew. The court of shadows had ended, but the war had only begun. Afternoon bled into headlines. Anna Carter holds the line. Sterling silent. Applause and doubt braided in the streets. Cameras fed on faces. Truth became a commodity priced by outrage. Richard stayed quiet. No statements, no interviews. Silence that sounded like caution or fear. Eleanor's people whispered on cue. He stands with the name. He only shielded her to shield us. Cracks spidered across public opinion. Fault lines forming. Sterling Mansion. Eleanor and Richard faced each other like old portraits that refused to age. Family is blood, Eleanor said. Empires do not bend for outsiders. Richard's jaw worked. Family is also what we did to it. She smiled a winter smile. You confuse regret with wisdom. Anna watched from a distance the way one watches oncoming weather. She saw him hesitate. She felt herself harden. A simple fear found words. Can I trust him completely? She did what people do when ground shakes. She built. Independent law office, brick walls, shelves of battles won and lost. Anna met a lawyer with clear eyes and no patience for empires. Public filing, Anna said. Full discovery. Witness list. Dr. Hale first. The lawyer nodded once. Then we make it daylight. Kids hub. Ethan lined up their clauses like dominoes. Sophia colored in the margins with little sons. Clause 13, Ethan wrote. Daddy must not waver. Sophia looked up. If he does? Then we push him back, Ethan said. Gently or not. They pressed palms. Seal made of hope and stubbornness. Night. Richard alone with the city's static. He dialed, stopped, dialed again. He almost called Anna. He almost called his mother. He called no one. The fault lines widened. Elsewhere, Eleanor poured tea for Camille. Steam rose like plotted smoke. If she takes this to the world, Camille said, she'll put us on the stand. Eleanor's spoon traced a slow circle. Then end her before the world listens. How? Quietly. A pause like a cliff. Finally, Camille's gaze sharpened. Understood. Outside, sirens laced the night. Inside, porcelain did not tremble. The ground kept shifting, and somewhere under glass and gold, the fault lines prepared to break. Daylight spilled like mercy. Courtroom packed. Reporters pressed against glass. The world waited. Anna Carter walked in, head high, eyes clear, her children at her side, two small anchors of truth. Richard entered after. For once, no shadow, no hesitation. He crossed the floor and stood beside Anna. Their shoulders brushed. A simple touch that carried the weight of years. Gasps rippled. Cameras flashed, and then, silence. Richard faced the microphones. His voice rang steel and sorrow. I stand with Anna. I stand with my children. This is not about empire. This is about family. And today, family wins. Applause swelled. Not polite. Human. Raw. From the gallery, Eleanor Sterling rose. Her pearls trembled for the first time. She looked at her son, at Anna, at the children. Tears welled, unbidden. I fought to protect the name, she said softly. But an empire is nothing without the love that built it. Her hand shook as she lowered herself back into her seat. For the first time, she whispered the word, family. Ethan and Sophia broke from their row. They ran, laughter tangled with tears. Clutched in Sophia's hand, a paper crumpled and worn. The wife-chasing agreement. They spread it across the table. Last clause scrawled in messy letters. Daddy must never let go of Mommy again. Richard smiled through tears. He picked up the pen, signed with a flourish that shook the air. The room erupted. Hands clapped, voices rose. The contract sealed, not in law, but in love. Richard turned, knee bent, floor cold beneath him. He held out a ring that had waited too long. Not for empire, not for name, for us, for love, for the years stolen. Anna Carter, will you marry me? Anna's breath broke. Tears slid unhidden, not weakness, release. She nodded. Yes. The word lit the room brighter than chandeliers. Applause thundered. Sophia squealed. Ethan grinned like victory. They embraced, 4 hearts pressed into one. Richard, Anna, Ethan, Sophia, and even Eleanor, tears streaking her silence, looked on with something gentler than defeat. Something like peace. The cameras caught the image. The crowd carried the moment. But what mattered most lived inside that circle of arms. Narrator's whisper fell like a benediction. Empires rise and fall, but love writes the only story worth keeping, and tonight, that story found its ending.